Boom! Hey, yo! What? Aye, is this what it feels like to win a football match this year? Yeah. Man's here for it. Are you dumb? Thiago. What? Thiago Alcantara. Hey, hey. Man, I say Thiago. Thiago Alcantara. Bad boy. Don't know. Man's here for it. Don't know. Hey, man's getting too excited. Let me calm down in it. Yo, listen. Liverpool, Southampton review. Boom. Boom. And we're back. Saint LFCTV with your boy Saint Wagwan. Hey, I'm gassed. Yo, I'm happy in it. I'm happy and I'm not happy. But we're gonna get into that real quick. Before I get into anything, listen, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I'm trying to hit 400 subs by like end of the week or something. Do you know what I mean? So come on, help me out. Hit that sub button if you're new. Slap a like. Do you know what I mean? It don't cost you much. It costs you nothing, to be fair. Quickly, boom, slap a like. It helps us with the algorithms and all of that. Turn on your post notifications so you know when man drops a video with that. I'm gonna get active this week. Zimmy. So yeah, man, and get in the comments. You know that. Get in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the review. Comment, gang. We're heavy on the channel. Zimmy. Boom. All right then. Let me get into this. Very, very happy that we flipping won. Let me tell you that, innit? Like, let me get that out of the way. Happy that we won. Happy that we've actually scored, kept a clean sheet, and we scored more than one goal. Like, bro, man is happy, innit? All right, so line up. Obviously, Kabak's now the new victim. I don't know what's going on. Firstly, let me say this, innit? You Arsenal pagans, innit, that sent your medical staff over here to try and infiltrate our ranks here. It's worked and he needs to cut. Trust me. I don't know what kind of judge man's come over here with. Everyone's just brocking down. This don't make no sense, innit? Now Kabak's the new victim, but apparently it's not that bad. It's not going to be, he should be fit. At least for the Manchester United game, innit? So calm. So put Reece in there. We'll get onto that. Put Reece in there, and it was pretty much the back four, the back five that we, I said in the preview. Shout out everyone that watched the preview as well. I got it right. I said 2-0. I'm just saying. Alright, boom. And then Fab, Thiago, Gini, and then he went with Mane, Jota, and Salah. On seeing the front line, I was happy and I wasn't happy. Obviously, I wasn't happy with the fact that Kabak broke himself. But I was happy that Fabinho didn't slot in there. I was very happy. I was like, listen, we need Fabinho a DM. These last 5 games are mad. Or 4 games now, whatever it is. Like, we need Fabinho as a DM in it. So Reece had to come in there. Wasn't great. To be honest with you, I think we all know Reece's limitations in it. Like I've said before in the previous video, man is like a transit van in a cul-de-sac, rude boy. Man's trying to get out. His mobility is a madness. Plus he's got no speed, but he can pass the ball pretty well, and his positional sense isn't that bad. Do you see what I'm saying? So cool. I see him in there. I was like, I didn't want to see Genie in there. I'll come out and say it. Didn't want to see Genie in there. I don't know what we're doing. That is pissing me off. That is actually really pissing me off. And it's not really more for him. It's more for us as a club. What are we doing? Like, to see this guy have the captaincy band. Oh my days, bruv. It's infuriating me. What are we, bruv? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, the guy's contract is up in the air. We don't know whether we want him. We don't know whether we're going to give him the P or not. Cool. We are rinsing him out. Like, he's not playing to the best of his abilities, because, like, from a human perspective, if you're going work and you're thinking, rah, these man they don't rate me. They're not giving me the pay that in which I feel that I deserve, but they want me to bust my ass. He's not going to do that, especially because he might think that there's an injury or whatever the case may be. That's cool. I understand that from his point of view. But from our point of view, what are we doing? This don't make no sense, bruv. Like, every time I see him on there giving any performance with the captaincy armband, I'm like, this is dead. Liverpool, you're on some joking. You've got Robertson there. You've got a bag of man. Don't let me have to go through. You've got to take a bag of man. Trent's there. Robertson's there, sorry. Fucking, there's so much, man. Salah's been screaming for the armband. Like, come on, man. Some joke thing. Anyways, he's there now. I was like, fair enough. I was happy to see Jota get a start, and he chose to do it and sit Firmino down. Cool. I'm gonna admit, I didn't actually get to see the first half. I was driving, so I had TalkSport on, so I was listening to that. But yeah, obviously, do you know what I mean? In terms of the game and for what I could take of it, I'm gonna go back and sit down and watch the first half. Watch the whole game. To be fair, he don't know. But we were on it. Do you know what I mean? Like they came out very, very aggressively. Actually, the very first half of the first half. And when we kind of came back into it. We were moving the ball well. Thiago was doing bits, and I felt like Reece, we got caught out a couple of times in it, and Reece, it's just he's so slow, bruv. Like it's just it don't make no sense in it. Nat Phillips had a good game, definitely in the first half. We were all right, and then boom, Salah's hey, bruv, yo, that assist was nice in it. Salah's assist, Mane dealt with it, and bruv, all the madnesses I've been given. Mane as well, for him to come through. No, listen, I'm very happy that he scored that. Hopefully he comes into a bit of form, and he was actually on crud today. I thought he was really, really good, not even gonna lie. Boom. Then second half comes now, and I'm not gonna lie, right, if I'm being honest with you, we won the game, we won it 2-0, we needed to win this game. Cool. But our play generally is quite dead. I'm not really excited to see our play. Like, in my head, I'm not gonna lie, I started thinking this might end up being 1-1. You know, them ones there we weren't clinical, weren't finishing up our chances. Like 67th, 68th minute, something like that. I'm looking at my phone. I'm just like, I'm not as interested in or invested in this game as like, it's just our attacks just don't seem to have that potency. Like I don't know what's going on in it. Like it's just. I just want to call a spade in it. Like we won and I'm happy in that, but we're gonna have to fix up, especially for these games, because we need to win these games in it. And like the good thing is our next 3 games are away from home, which is good because I think we play better away from home. But playing low block teams at home, or rather away from home, with them being at home, they ain't coming out to play us in it. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna have to expect low block performances from those teams, and we just ain't able to break them down, bruv. Like it's mad. Anyways, second half, like I said, Thiago was on source, bruv. He was conducting, doing bits. And I really enjoyed his performance. Genie was just on a slow thing. Like, he didn't have a bad game, but I just don't feel like he had any potency. Like, he just don't want to move the ball that great. And he's got the armband as well. I'm like, brother, like, come on, man. Fabinho was doing bits. It wasn't his best game, but I think he was a bit of an unsung hero. But he was progressing the ball. I would like, because especially with when the lineup came, I said, who's gonna be our ball carrying midfielder? Do you know what I mean? If you've got Thiago just spraying the ball and, do you know what I mean, keeping it ticking over, and then you've got Gini Wijnaldum just keeping ball retention and that, who's gonna actually? It ended up being Fabinho a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like actually moving the ball up a little bit and then spraying a pass and that, which was cool. We need to watch this high line, bruv. We need to watch this high line with the defense in which we have, because they got caught out a couple of times, innit? And then yeah, boom, like. Man like Thiago come through. Hey, bad boy needed that. I was even saying before he let off, I was like, bro, it's opening up. Like, shoot, back, let it off, stroked it in. Absolutely sick goal. And I'm just topped off capped off a really good performance for me. All right, boom. Let's get into the player ratings in it. Alisson, I thought had a really good game. First half, that's what I heard. I was driving. I'm like, yo, what's going on, bruv? Look, you're keeping us in the game. Like. He had a really, really, really good game. Although he did make 2 mistakes in it. He did make 2 mistakes in terms of his playing out. And sometimes he does keep me a bit edgy. Like, man's a bit like, oh, like, what's going on in it? So, but no, he definitely kept us in the game, man. And I'd say 8.5. I'd give him. Yeah, I would have given him a 9. I'm gonna give him an 8.5 because of those 2 sloppy mistakes. He made one. I think he passed it to Shea Adams, I think it was. But then he was. I mean, he do you know what I mean? He got his senses together and he made a good stop in that. But I don't like to see that. Trent, didn't think he had a great game. I thought it was a lot of like spamming in crosses, which I don't like to see. Some were good, but I just felt like he had a bit of an indifferent game. Say 7.5. Yeah, like Nat Phillips. Nat Phillips is definitely like he done bits today. I think it was one of his best performances. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give Nat an 8.5. I thought he done really well. His positional sense is good. Do you know what it is with Nat? Bruv, as good as you are in the air, and you are a don in the air, bruv, man's bringing down bullets. Brother, you should be better, like attacking wise. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple. There's one that just come off his head, like boom. I was like, brother, like, and then he had an opportunity. I think it was in the first half. And I was like, yo, like, so that's why. But 8.5, you done well. Reese, give him a 6. And you know what? Shout out Coppish, shout out them man there. Make sure you're subscribing to them man, because I did watch you lot's review quickly, and I'm not gonna lie, I agree with Matt. I'm gonna give him a 7 because he come out the cold. You see, I fixed up my mouth to say 6.5, and then I thought, nah, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 because he had a 6.5 performance, but he came out of the cold. Do you know what I mean? Like, we ain't seen this guy. This guy come with new trim and held it down. Do you know what I'm saying? Had one or two sticky moments, but came out of it ultimately well. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7 in that, innit? Robertson is passing, like, again, like the man there said, it's a bit, it's lacking in it. It's either under here or it's over here. It's exhaustion. Him, Mane, Salah, they just overplayed in it. He needs rest. This is why in a couple of previews I've been calling for Tsimikas, and a certain man have been like, huh? And I'm like, yo, bro, like he needs to rest in it. He's going to Scotland and he's slapping it up there. He's coming here. He needs to rest. I'll give Robertson a 7. Flacco, man, like Flacco, do you get me? Bad boy. Again, not gonna gas it. Wasn't standout performance, but like I said, I did like the fact that he was moving the ball up a little bit. And yeah, I thought he done all right. I'll give him a 7.5. Genie, 6.5. Again, just not really doing anything. Like, you know, them ones there. Like, I'm just like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, you've got the armband. Like, move the ball a little bit. Like, just move the ball to then let it off. Don't just go for the easy option, or just, do you know what I mean? It's just like, I know you're there to recycle the ball, but brother, come on, man. Where's your footballing instinct? 6.5, yeah, man. Thiago, bad boy. My man of the match, he's a bad boy, bro. Anyone that knows me knows Thiago's who I got on the back of my shirt. Couldn't even find it to even come and flex on, man. But yeah, no, he's a bad boy. And this is the type of game in which I want to see more of, and I think we will see when we start to get our team back. I'm gonna give him a 9. Shut him out. Trying to give me Marcus Houston impress, bruv. Bad boy, is it me? Mane, I thought was actually on crud today. To be honest with you, I still do think that his decision making is a little bit still. Obviously, you don't just come out of that in one game. But I think he was the best of the front three. I'm not gonna sit here and gas. And he scored. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, no, definitely. I'm gonna give him an 8 today. He was on stuff. Jota, I think, was the worst, if I'm very honest with you, of the front three. I don't think he had an appalling game, but his finishing wasn't there. Just skied a couple shots. He did have one link-up play with Mane that was nice, and if he had actually scored that, that would have been a very nice goal. But I do think that he just wasn't, as our centre-forward, and he was playing centre-forward, do you know what I mean? If we stick it on Bobby, we got to stick it on him, and he didn't score. He didn't really look like he was going to score. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. I'm giving him a 6.5. Because I do think Salah was better. He got the assist. But he still wasn't great. So I'm going to give him a 7. Because yeah, like, he's just not beating his man in it, and if he ain't beating his man, then it's like, what are you really bringing in it if you're not in the box? Otherwise, then we know what you're doing. There's a couple of times when his decision making as well was really bad this game as well. Like, should have passed it to Mane so he could have scored. Yeah, so I'm not gonna put him off the hook in it, but I'll give him a 7. Subs, Curtis come on for what, Petance, bro. I'm not even gonna mention him. Bobby come on and done well. Their man there, Coppish man there, I think, said that he had the assist, if you want to call that an assist, really. But yeah, no, he done well. A couple stupid mistakes. Just Bobby trying to do backflips, back passes and that, where he shouldn't. But generally speaking, I did actually I liked his involvement in the game when he came on and that, and I thought he made more of an impact than Jota when he was on. So yeah, no, I'll give him a 7. And Who else came on? Our subs are shocking, bruv. Klopp, let me, Klopp, we won 2-0, so I'm gonna give him an 8 in it. But Klopp, man, come on, man. Like, you need to fix up in it. Like, you got some questions to answer in it in terms of your subs. Like, our subs are woeful. Like, I don't know what's going on. And generally speaking, like, our off the ball play again is a little bit wanting. But nah, listen, I'm out of this thing, and then you, man, and not only you, man, but the other results start dragging me back in this, innit? So I'm here for it. Top 4 or at least Europa, let's go, innit? But we have to, like, concentrate on the next game, innit? Like I said, let's just concentrate on the next game, do what we're doing, and then we can see what go on. But boy, can't even, bruv, we might be there, innit? Like, we might be in a top 4 race. But yo, listen, safe for rocking with, man. Boom.